This is my Axworthy Ghost. It was constructed almost solely from a sewing machine and a wheelchair. I'll go through the components. This is the control box. The sewing machine came with its own speed controller, so all of that's inside that box. No real alterations to speak of. This is the sewing machine motor. You can kind of the bracket holding the whole contraption together is a I think that's a 2-inch flat bar. I welded a half-inch bar on top because it started bending because of the weight. It kind of stiffened it up, kind of like a shotgun with a bridge on it. The drivetrain. This here is an inner tube. This is the inner tube that came with the wheelchair wheels. So basically, if you burn the belt up, you can just cut you another one right out of the tube. Kind of worked out pretty good. It's not without problems, but it was pretty reliable per se. And I kind of put the motor on kind of a tension, just a bolt. Tightened it up to keep the tension on the belt. The wheels, the bolts that are standing out have no special use other than that's all I had at the time. You could use any other bolts, but that's 2 of the wheelchair wheels. You can kind of tell they're just, if you look at it from this position, wherever there is a bolt, or majority of where there's a bolt, that's where the handles to drive the wheel on the wheelchair was at. You can kind of see where they attach. So basically what that allows you to do is you can actually bolt these things together. And if you've ever built an Axworthy, you know you need to have at least a drivetrain wheel and then a carriage train wheel to carry the Ghost across the yard. Yeah, like I said, the springs have no purpose other than that's the only thing I had at the time, so I just threw it together. So you can see that's the drive belt. That's where it drives it. And then the other one is where the cord attaches. And this attaches to the face of the house. I have a video of this on my channel so you can see it in action. That's bolted to the house. So the line goes off the bottom, goes all the way across. And this is one of the front wheels to the wheelchair. You can kind of recognize it. And this bracket, it attached to the other part of the house, the neighbor's house, which you can see. So it kind of goes like that. Monofilament line just travels all the way over there, then back across, and back over here. So if you can get your hands on a wheelchair and a sewing machine, you can build this. I'm not saying it's the easiest one, but it went off relatively easy. we had a little cover over the motor, but it was basically underneath the eave of the house, so rain couldn't directly fall back down into the motor, so it really wasn't that big of a deal. So it really wasn't necessary. That's about it. Got your control box, speed controller directly from a sewing machine, the motor that drives it, nanotube drive belt, wheelchair wheels, wheelchair wheel. You got you an Axworthy.